Okay. Greetings, everyone. Hold on. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulty. All right, there we go.
We're
Got too
here.
much going on here without producer daughter Erin.
We are missing her.
We are missing her, but she will hopefully be back with us next week as she's finishing up her freshman year at Cal State Poly. 1 week to go. All right, greetings, everyone. This is Kenyatta Robinson. I'm joined by my lovely wife, Janine.
I'm here.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Glad
You
to
are
be back.
watching the Backyard SmokeMaster Barbecue podcast. Happy Friday to you all, and very thrilled to have you here with us today. I think we've got a pretty fun topic today. We're going to talk about some barbecue myths. We're going to try to bust some of those barbecue myths and hopefully reveal some things that maybe you weren't aware of before. So maybe find out some new truths. Always encourage your participation. The interaction is the engine that drives the podcast. So please don't be shy. Come on in with your comments, with your questions. We welcome them all and we try to respond to all of them. So please do chime in. Definitely chime in. All right, so maybe we should just get right to it. You ready, Janine?
I am. I got coffee. I'm caffeinated. I'm here.
All right. Let's see if I can get this stuff to show the way I want it to.
Yeah, maybe so. I'm gonna get a sip of my coffee.
All right, there we go. Now it's looking a little bit better. All right, so obviously, I put this together so I know what the questions and the answers are, but Janine has not seen these.
Nope.
So I think she's kind of going to be my test case. So I'll be, asking Janine these questions, whether or not she thinks these are true or false, and she will try to answer. And I'm sure she would appreciate if you all try to help her out along the way.
Yes, I think I'm going to invoke the kind of like phone a friend. So if I get stumped, I'm going to reach out definitely to the community, and they're going to help me.
All
So
right.
I know this.
That's fair. So just to kind of get things warmed up, we're going to start off with a true or false question about searing the meat. Is it true or false that searing meat seals in the juices? And before you answer that question, let's get some of these comments that we've already got coming in, which I do appreciate. So that will give you a little bit of time to think about it. But Bruce says, happy Friday. You still are going to have her help you with that pig roast this summer, right? All right. So Bruce hasn't forgotten.
Good.
That we've kind of kicked around the idea of doing like a pig picking party.
Yeah.
I think I can probably only get like a small suckling pig. I think I can get one of those on my Lone Star Grill's offset smoker. But I told the story that in the past, when I had brought it up, you seemed a little hesitant.
I think I'm more open to it, because I'm going to see it as like a summer party. So I'm going to want to know how many people I know. You set me up. I'm going to want to know how many people this thing feeds. I'm going to bring in some catering help. I'm going to bring in porta potties. I don't want everybody clogging up my bathroom.
Oh my goodness.
I am going to cater this affair around you and make it a party.
We'll have to talk about that.
I need a budget.
A suckling pig is only going to be, 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So, you think brisket, I smoke a brisket.
Gotta do both.
14, 15 pounds.
Yeah.
So a suckling pig it'd be a little bit bigger than that brisket. So
Yeah. In my mind,
it's
it's
not going to feed that many
yeah, yeah, no,
people.
no. In my mind, you're gonna do like, a brisket or two and this pig, and then I'm gonna get all the sides and trimmings around you, and we're gonna have a big party.
Yeah,
Invite all
well,
your family because you got the big family,
all right. So Bruce, you started something. I'll have to
and I want a budget.
talk her back a little bit because I think now she's envisioning, something that's more aligned as if we were smoking a whole hog,
That's
but
right.
we're not quite there. But
And I want a
anyway,
fabulous printed invitation, and we can make
yeah,
this
no,
work.
that's too complicated. That's too much. We got to keep it simple. All right, Mike and Bruce giving each other greetings in the comments.
Yeah.
And yeah, Bruce says that he's finished clearing his fireplace
Oh,
area because Bruce he's got an outdoor patio pit
nice.
that he's getting ready. And it sounds like he's full speed ahead, and he's going to be able to do this pig. I checked in
Okay.
with Bruce during the week, and Bruce is just outside of the Chicago
Oh,
area.
very nice.
So I don't know if we have some reason to be in that part of the country, we might have to drop in, especially if he's really going to do this the pig.
Oh, yeah. I want to
You
know
know,
how it goes.
definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so you've had a little bit of time there. We've stalled a little bit. So what's your answer?
I am going to say that is true.
That searing, okay, you're saying that's true, that
Yes.
searing meat seals in the juices. I think that's a logical answer,
But it's false.
but it's false, actually. It's actually
Oh,
false. Searing,
doggone it.
while it does create a nice, favorable crust, it does not prevent moisture
Oh,
loss. And,
what?
and I was thinking about this. Now, think about when you do smash burgers, right?
Okay.
Because everyone loves to do a smash
But
burger on the grill or on the flat top.
yeah, but everything comes out when you smash it.
That's right. I think
Ugh.
that's what everyone loves is you're smashing it and you're getting that good crust that's really flavorful,
Yeah.
but you're pushing out a whole lot of the juice, a
And the
whole lot of
moisture.
the flavor. So
I
yeah,
failed my first one.
it's all right. It's all right. You still
I'm
got
not
time.
alone.
That's, all right, and yeah, you got time. All right, so let's see what we got up next. Maybe you'll do a little better on the next one.
Okay.
All right, true or false?
Huh.
More smoke equals better flavor.
I'm going to say false.
All right, why do you say false?
Because I know that there's different kinds of smoke. And so I don't think I want to be fooled with that idea that just because you got a lot of smoke or a certain kind of smoke, that's going to equal flavor. So that is a false for me.
All right. And Bruce here is saying false, so he agrees with you. So I think you might be on the right track. So let's see what we got. All right, yeah, false. Too much smoke can make food taste bitter.
Yes.
So the key is to find the right balance between the amount of smoke
Yep.
as well as the right wood as well. And we've
Type of
talked
smoke.
about this before. Different types of wood. Some impart a much stronger smoke flavor than
mesquite.
others. Yeah, mesquite definitely need to go in moderation.
Yeah.
With mesquite
Hickory.
and hickory, and then especially when I talked about this, I think it was last week, especially if you are smoking with charcoal.
Ooh.
Remember, charcoal is already made from wood, so you're already going to get smoke flavor from the charcoal by itself. So you don't need to go crazy, adding in too many wood chunks.
Hi.
The rule of thumb is about a fistful of chunks is good enough to start with. Especially if you're just beginning to smoke meat and you're beginning to learn that process.
I see.
Yeah. So Bruce says I learned this through trial and error in April, and that's the key. Yep. When you
Yeah.
when you start off, and that's exactly what it is. It's trial and error. When
Yeah.
you're trying different types of wood, you have to, pay attention and see
It's true.
how it responds, how it reacts, take note of it, and then, make adjustments as you go. And Mike of Bones Barbecue says that was a trick question. Okay. All right, let's see what we got up next.
Oh.
All right, this one can be kind of controversial. Pineapple belongs on pizza and on the grill. So this is a little bit
Yes,
subjective
true.
and kind of a trick question.
I'm going to say that's true.
All right, Janine is adamantly saying that this is true.
Yes.
So you're good with pineapple on your pizza?
I don't like pineapple on my pizza, but I know that there are a lot of people who do, so I'm not mad at them.
Yeah, it's not my go-to, but
Yeah,
I don't object either. I
Nope.
have had pineapple on my pizza.
absolutely.
And it works fine for me. Mike says true.
Absolutely.
And Bruce says no. Chicago pizza.
Yeah, I don't think a New York style pizza supports it either, but I think, being on this side of the coast, West Coast, yeah, Hawaiian style.
All right. Now, okay. So here's what we got. It says true.
Yeah.
So the acidity in pineapple helps tenderize meat and add sweetness that complements smoky flavor. Now I have a question for you. You mentioned New York style pizza. Now I'm familiar with the Chicago style
Right.
pizza. What is New York style pizza?
Oh, well, probably there's our who is it that was from? Is it correctional officer? Yeah. So he will
he's
know.
Chicago.
Right. He will know. So, Chicago's deep dish.
Right.
He'll give us his explanation. But the New York is thin crust, right? You can fold it over, like make a little fold over. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, well, Jazzy Backyard Barbecue and Sides. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the podcast. Says the answer to that is true.
Yeah.
And let's see, Bruce does have some. I guess there's
Ben.
some. Oh, okay. I missed a comment from Mike. So Bruce is thanking Mike for that idea,
Yeah.
which was that pineapple with brown sugar on the
sounds
grill
good.
is amazing.
That sounds good.
That-
You should try that.
Well, I did try it a long time ago.
Like a long time ago?
When I first got the barbecue bug,
I didn't remember that.
we still had the gas grill at
Oh,
the
God.
time. I was
Oh, sorry.
right. I had the gas grill. I had a rotisserie, and I bought a whole pineapple, and I was trying this recipe, and it had brown sugar, and
Yeah.
it also had Jack Daniels.
Oh, we could have tried that again.
So, yeah,
I don't remember it at all, and that
Well-
all sounds good.
You don't remember it because it turned out terrible. I didn't know what I was
Oh.
doing. The
Did you
gas
burn
was
it?
on too hot. Well, it's got sugar,
Oh my
the
God!
alcohol. It burned.
Yeah.
It got
Okay.
all out of control.
Kind of think I remember something really like that burning up, and I never even got a chance
Tried
to
a
taste
little
it.
bit. It had potential, and this just kind of brought back memories.
Oh,
Maybe
that-
I'll have to try that.
I think you went away kind of.
Try that again.
What do you call that? Scurred. You gotta bring it back. Come on now.
Right. Okay.
It's a good idea. It sounds so delicious.
All right, now Bruce is confirming that New York style pizza is very thin and waif-like.
Yeah, I think you can fold it. I think they fold it in half so they can eat it. I don't know, think of it as a big old slice that they fold in half.
Right.
So I'm like, it all sounds good to me. I like pizza. So we
Yeah, I
don't have,
know. I know you do.
every time we travel, you
Yeah,
always
that's
ask.
all you want. Your pizza.
You always ask, well, what do you want to order? I'm like, well, pizza always, everybody delivers pizza.
Yeah.
And you can always find a pretty top level pizza place almost in everywhere you go. So I'm like, pizza.
Yeah, but we always end up with some not so great pizza.
Well,
That's
you don't have-
another discussion.
That's right.
All right, Mike says Janine is such an asset to the show. She has me laughing over here. Yeah, I turn on that camera, boy, and I just let her go, man. She's good for that, I
I
tell you.
am. Yeah, okay. I'm not even going to comment.
Right. Okay. All right. True or false? Low
Oh,
and slow is always the answer.
true.
All right. Janine is
No, well, no,
saying,
no. Always the answer? False. Because I know that like Harry Sue and some of the others are like they do fast and high. So I don't think it's always the answer. So false.
okay. Okay. So you're citing hot and fast
Yes.
scenarios.
Yes. That
Okay.
sometimes you don't have the time to do low and slow, and it's okay to go hot and fast, get it done quicker, and you can still have a tender, flavorful cook.
All right. I like your reasoning.
All right.
And false. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Low and slow is not always the answer. I mean, it's a great way to go, but some meats like fish or thin cuts like thin steaks are better
Yeah.
suited for high heat grilling.
Yeah.
And let's see, Bruce weighed in. He said false. For me, I am partial
Mm-hmm.
on slow. So yeah, I mean, I do think that low and
Preferred.
slow is the safer way to go, and it's also more akin to what barbecue really is.
Yeah.
Barbecue, I think, basically is low and
For the
slow
most part.
with smoke. Is basically barbecue.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then also the thing about low and slow is you're less likely to ruin your meat going low and slow.
And meat is expensive.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
because if you go hot and fast, or if you're cooking it too fast, if you burn the meat, there's no recovery. There's
That's
nothing you
right.
can do for that.
Except throw it out
Right.
because I'm not going to eat it.
All right. And then Mike says, 0 for 2. All right, that's all right. That's all right. All right, let's see here. And Bruce says low and slow is definitely not for lump charcoal
Ooh.
for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Lump charcoal burns hot and fast.
Can you
That's
control it though?
you can do low and slow with
Yeah.
lump charcoal, but I mean that is generally the rule of thought that lump charcoal does burn hotter, and it burns faster than briquettes.
So then what do? You go to splits instead?
Well, no, because remember, so if you're only cooking with splits, you're talking about cooking with an offset
Right.
smoker. So if you're cooking with a charcoal-based cooker, those are your two options. You can
Mm,
cook with briquettes. You can cook with
lump.
lump charcoal. You can use either one. I just think, yeah, if you're gonna go low and slow and you're cooking with lump charcoal, you do have to be cognizant, that it does, burn hotter than briquette. So, like, if you're gonna do a brisket, a really long cook, I would probably go with briquettes.
Mm,
But you can do it with lump charcoal as
mm.
well. So it's a use case, trial and error, like we've talked about.
Yeah.
Figure out how the charcoal reacts with the cooker that you're using, and this is where learning your temperature control, fire management. This
Yeah.
is this is the reason why that is really important. And it's the key. I think it's the key to being successful as a barbecue pit master.
Don't pellet grills kind of lend themselves to low and slow as well? The pellet smokers?
So
Or is
yeah,
that in
well,
between?
so traditionally, historically, pellet smokers started off especially being great for low and slow,
Yeah, I
because
thought so.
they traditionally would cook at lower temperatures. Now some of your newer pellet grills, and that was the chief complaint about them, is that they don't
Mm,
get hot enough, or
to
they didn't
do.
get hot enough to like sear a steak. So now your
Oh,
more modern, your newer
smokers.
pellet grills are capable of both, capable of getting hotter than 350 degrees, hopefully 400, 450, maybe even 500,
Wow.
to satisfy both scenarios.
Okay.
And Bruce says, low and slow is definitely okay. We already
Yeah,
read
we
the
got
sorry
that one.
about that. We got that comment. Okay, let's move to the next
Oh, there's
question.
more.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to trick me up.
All right.
Oh, okay.
A thick smoke ring means better barbecue.
I am going to say true.
Okay. Do you have any reason?
Well, I know that you're always checking for the smoke ring, and I do think the more prevalent you look for it to be present. So I'm thinking if it's a thick one, oh, wait, let me think. Better barbecue. Is it better, or does it just mean that it got more smoke, which might not be better? This is another trick question. I am going to say false.
All right. And
False.
you're getting some assistance here as well. Okay. So Bruce, correctional officer, says false.
Yep. False.
And Mike of Bones Barbecue says false.
Yep.
All right.
All my people.
Right. Right. So Bruce says it depends on the cut of the meat.
That's true, huh?
And then Marco says it is pretty,
It is pretty.
but not needed. And actually, that was probably going to be the first thing that I was going to say. I think, yeah, smoke rings. It's more to me. It's a vanity
visual
thing. Yeah, smoke rings are visually appealing.
Yeah.
But they don't guarantee flavor or tenderness. I mean, they look great, and it's like a badge of honor, especially after you've been smoking that brisket, for 12 plus hours, and you get it off of the smoker, you let it rest. And it's super tender, and then you got that beautiful smoke ring. I mean, yeah, that's a badge of honor. But it doesn't guarantee that the brisket or the meat was tender, and doesn't guarantee that it tastes good well.
But that picture of the brisket, that looks good. Just FYI.
Yeah.
So thank you for teasing me.
All right.
Oh.
True or false? You can barbecue in the snow.
I'm going to say true. I feel like your answer would be you can barbecue all year long and in any kind of weather condition. I've seen you out there when it's raining, when it's hecka cold for California, Northern California. I've seen you, it's been windy. I mean, it just don't snow here except at Mount Diablo, which is a ways away. So I still am going to say true.
Okay. No, I would agree, but let's see what Bruce says. Correctional officer says, yes, I'm going to try. I have no choice. That's the spirit. That's the right attitude. Because you have heard me say that barbecue is it's year round.
Uh-oh.
There are some conditions that are more challenging than others.
Yeah.
Marco says, absolutely, you can barbecue in the snow.
Good.
But you need a bit more wood, though.
Okay.
And Mike says, Mike is being, he's
going against the
contrary
grain
to what everyone else is saying.
Well, I think Mike might be right.
So wait, so now you're thinking it's false now?
No, I think it's true, but I kind of think Mike knows what he's saying.
No flip-flopping now.
I think it's true.
And Jazzy Backyard Barbecue says true. You can barbecue in the snow. Okay, so we got answers coming in on both sides. All right, so the answer is true.
Yes.
So with the right gear, the right preparation,
it can be done.
You can successfully barbecue in the snow. Yeah, you'll probably need more fuel.
Yes.
Fortunately, I haven't had the personal experience of trying to barbecue in the snow.
But you've done the rain. You've done other elements.
I've been out there. I didn't know it was gonna hail, but I've been hailed on.
Yeah. I mean, we've had some horrible windy conditions.
I think the wind is, to me, is more challenging than rain.
Yeah, because it just totally plays havoc with your temperatures.
Right. Yeah, because the wind, that's basically a factor in being able to control temperatures. You're managing how much oxygen is coming in and leaving your grill or smoker.
And the
So
wind just
the
drives you
wind
crazy.
can definitely play havoc.
Mm-hmm.
And correctional officer says, I love the reaction my West Coast relatives have when they experience snow in
Oh.
Chicago while visiting. They look in awe.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. We love being able to see the snow
Right.
on Mount Diablo. It's close enough where we can see it, but
Absolutely. And take good pictures.
yeah, and take pictures, but we don't get it at ground level, where
Often.
we are. Maybe once every,
Couple years. It's been a couple years.
man, I think it's more than a couple
No,
though.
no.
Will
We
actually
had
get
one.
snow
Yes,
on
we
the
had
ground?
it. We had it a couple years ago. It was not
I
that
think
long
that was
ago.
like 7, 8 years ago
No,
when
it
that
was just a
happened.
couple years ago. We've
No,
had a really, really cold little spell.
that was hail.
That was not hail. That was snow. And we took pictures of it. That was
and one
snow.
way you know that it's not snow is
It didn't last.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
30 minutes is gone. So
But that's
that doesn't
California
count.
snow.
That doesn't
30
count.
minutes and it's gone. So you get it while you can and you throw it in a little, some kind of like cold, thermos or something and you save it because it's cool.
All right, I'm not going to argue with you about that. Okay, so correctional officer, yes. Please, everyone, do hit those likes. If you haven't already, please subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend about us. We really do appreciate the support. If this is your first time tuning in to the podcast, we do live stream every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So please do make it part of your Friday routine to tune in and check us out if you really love talking about barbecue.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see what we have next.
Oh, okay. There's more. Let's see.
All right.
Oh,
Gas grills can't produce real barbecue.
no, that's false.
Okay, you're going false.
I'm going false. All the way in false.
Okay, why?
Well, because barbecue is much more than just a smoker. I mean, barbecue also encompasses, I think, gas grills. So I think you can do it. And I'm going all the way in.
Okay. Okay, I'll come up. Here's the answer.
Oh.
Here's the answer that I put in.
Oh.
All right, so I admit I kind of like pushed the
Envelope.
push the lever or the weight on one. I tipped the scale. I think that's the right answer.
It's a mulligan.
The politically correct answer is
False?
Is false. That gas grills can produce real barbecue. That's the politically correct answer.
But that's not the real.
But in my heart and in my experience,
Okay,
I'm going to
that's
say
fine.
that's right. If you're going to be out there with a gas grill,
Okay.
you
You're not really
you might as
barbecuing.
well just be in the house cooking on your oven.
Okay, that's fine.
So that's just
That's your
just
personal
me.
opinion.
That's right.
That question should be like, we should strip that question out. And I want to know if the barbecue community thinks the same. I think that one shouldn't count because that is clearly an inside question.
Well, it's my show. I make the rules. So for this one, I'm saying gas grills is not barbecue.
I'm
and
sorry,
Marco
family.
agrees with me. He says
I got it wrong.
and I agree with what Marco. He put it very well.
It's not
We
barbecue.
can applaud anyone cooking outdoors.
Fine.
But it is not barbecue. Absolutely.
Fine.
Correctional officer says true. That's right. Gas grills can't produce real barbecue.
Okay. I got it wrong.
And he says excellent representation for preserving the art. That's right. We have to take a stand somewhere.
Okay, fine.
So if you're, honestly though, if you are someone who's thinking about getting into barbecue, and I know you go to like Home Depot and Lowe's and you see all these, beautiful, shiny looking gas grills.
Don't get them.
They're adding more and more technology to them all the time, more bells and whistles. Do yourself a favor. do not buy a gas grill. It basically is like an oven. It's like
Yeah.
an outdoor oven.
Yeah.
You can do some things, to introduce some smoke flavor to a gas
Nah.
grill.
You might as well just get the
But
real deal.
yeah, you might as well, if you're going to go that route, I
Yeah.
would say instead of getting a gas grill,
pellet
get
smoker.
a pellet grill, get
Yeah.
a pellet smoker.
Yeah.
They've got the same technology.
Yep.
But at least with the pellet grill, you are cooking with, with wood.
Right.
It's going to give you a light smoke flavor profile.
Yes.
But you can do barbecue with a pellet grill,
And do a
pellet
good,
smoker.
pretty good job, right?
Yeah, you can do a great job.
Good.
But
Don't waste your time. Well, that's why you put our gas grill in the garage and it sat there for
when I saw
years.
the light,
Years.
When
and
I saw the light, yes, the gas grill had to go. It got moved to the garage until we were able to.
I was the one who got rid of it with the help of Ace Hardware. They took it away and gave it to somebody else who could appreciate it.
So this is why they love you. Because you were pulling out here, stomping for your credit.
That's
and
right.
Your proppers.
Your gas grill got adopted by somebody else because it could not stay in our garage any longer.
All right. Correctional officer has a tip. Make sure your homeowner's insurance is up to date if you were going to purchase a gas grill.
Good point.
Huh, okay. I haven't really heard that, but I mean, that makes good common sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially if you get the gas grills, because I know some people get the type that where you can actually connect it to your gas line.
Oh, heck no.
So that definitely, I would definitely say make sure your homeowner's insurance is up to date if you're going to go that route.
And as a wife, I would say run away. Run away from that.
Well, and then a lot of people have, they've got the fancy, nice looking outdoor
patio
kitchen set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've got the built-ins, and I think gas is, prime for that. So I could see a lot of people going that route too. All right, let's stop talking about the gas grills.
All right.
Barbecue is just for meat eaters.
All right. You just did a whole vegan thing. So no, that is false.
All right. Janine is saying this is an easy one.
This is the easy one.
And you're right. Yeah, we just did an episode a few weeks ago. So yeah, vegetables, tofu, fruits, etc.
Oh my God. Nuts. You can smoke out
cheese. Yeah, you can basically cook anything.
Delicious.
On an outdoor smoker grill.
Yeah.
And they all take on nice, exciting new flavors.
Yeah.
When cooked over fire, when you're adding that smoke
or cold
component in cold smoking.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
That should be a topic for some discussion later on. Is that whole world, because I think that's exciting.
Cold smoking.
Yeah, and people don't really talk about it. I don't think it gets enough credit, but that's just me.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That probably is a good topic. But you all who are watching, let us know if you agree, whether or not that's a good topic that you would like to hear about, and if so, we will definitely take that on. So that's a good suggestion.
Oh boy.
Okay, barbecue is essential. Actually, this is a mistake. It should say barbecue sauce is essential for good flavor.
I know that's false.
All right.
Yep, I know that one.
Let's see.
Because you actually prefer to not sauce.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking at correctional officers' comment. He says, yeah, cold smoking cheese is something that I would like to learn about.
Cool.
Yeah, I tried that too. I tried that once.
Good. Cheese, nuts, eggs. I'm all for it. Bring it back.
Yeah. And that's something that definitely takes some trial and error too.
It does.
Because you definitely need to make sure that you're able to keep your temperatures really low.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like
lower
than 160.
Yeah.
In order to effectively do it. So good fire management as well as patience, I think is key. All right, let's look and see again. So barbecue sauce is essential for good flavor. Janine has heard me say many times, false.
Hard false.
That good barbecue should be able to stand on its own,
Right.
and that's always a goal of mine. Is I want my output, the food that I produce, if you want to add some sauce, it should be optional. It's okay if you want to, although I think it should be very sparingly used. But yeah, it should be able to stand on its own.
Yes.
But I know that for some meats, especially like if you're doing ribs,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, especially at the end,
Like to sauce them.
like to sauce them. So I like, if you know you're going to do that, I think it's good to provide options. Maybe you have a rack that's completely naked, and then another one that you
That's a good idea.
might finish off with sauce. Okay, and Bruce says false.
Ooh.
I learned this from a person that handled the grill during a family reunion years ago.
Oh.
He was from Mississippi and didn't use any sauce. The ribs were perfect and the flavor was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once you have some really good ribs, without sauce, I think, you definitely come around and see the light. Because I think we kind of get used to getting it maybe at a restaurant,
that's true.
and it's going to have sauce.
Don't you think that's just hiding like imperfections?
Well, it depends. It could be, it could be used to mask, imperfections or mask, bad flavor otherwise.
Yeah.
But then, if you really know what you're doing, the sauce should be able to enhance,
Yeah.
so it kind of depends.
Okay.
All right. Next up,
Oh.
barbecue is a science experiment. I think this one can be a little controversial. Like we saw earlier, correctional officer mentioned, that we were protecting the art of barbecue. But the question is barbecue a science experiment?
I'm going to phone the barbecue community because I really don't know. So I'd like to know what everybody thinks because I don't think I have the right answer, or at least even enough of an answer for this one. Help me out.
Okay. So, okay.
I don't know.
Well, it looks like folks are stumped because I'm not really seeing many responses coming in. Okay, here you got one from correctional officer, and he says that he looks at it as an art,
But not a science.
but it is science based. It is science based with gadgets.
Because you have temperatures and numbers and
And, and Agent Black says it can be science.
Okay.
All right, let's see what we got.
True.
So true. Probably, we probably don't really think of it too much because we don't really, tend to
chemistry.
really go too deep with it. But the Maillard reaction,
Okay.
The smoke rings,
Yeah.
that's basically a scientific reaction
Okay.
between the smoke and the
protein.
moisture in the meat.
Okay. I
The
believe that.
interaction of the protein, sugars, and smoke that all contribute to the chemistry behind great barbecue.
And what about the bark?
Well, the bark too. Yeah, the bark, the
Okay.
formation of the bark. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm sold. I believe it.
Okay. All right. Now here's a good one.
Oh,
True or false?
no, that's completely
You should
false.
flip your meat constantly.
I know that's completely false.
Okay. Janine is saying that is absolutely false. And then getting back to that last one, correctional officer says Kamado Joe has made it into a science with their slow and sear.
Oh.
Yeah, they're slow and sear, and I think it has a different name.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. I even bought this accessory that the Kamado Joe has. that basically does turn the Kamado Joe into even more of a smoker. And I remember that I think
Oh,
it was a lot of students, probably some science students or
it
something
wasn't.
at a university
It's
that
not like
helped
the
develop it.
vortex or anything. It's not that
No,
thing.
it's not the vortex. The name escapes me what they call it, but I agree with correctional officer
Okay.
about that. Okay, now with the question about flipping meat constantly, and Bruce says false. Please tell my wife. Okay, so I think he's indicating that sometimes he's being prodded to
Got it.
go flip that meat again. Yeah.
No.
Oh, and then okay, and Bruce looked it up for us.
Oh,
The
slow
yeah, it's the slow
roller.
roller. That's
Okay.
exactly what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That definitely came about from, I believe, like
Hmm.
a student project.
Wow.
So definitely. All right, let's see what we got here about flipping meat
Ugh.
constantly. Yeah, the answer is
Okay.
false. So frequent flipping prevents the proper searing
Yeah.
and it can lead to uneven cooking.
Sure.
Yeah. And then Mike says, I would say no, but if it's a higher fat content meat, you need to avoid flare ups.
Oh.
So Marco, I think me personally, I think probably a better solution than flipping the meat, especially a lot,
Mm-hmm.
would be to spritz it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Especially and you don't have to spritz with anything that
Water.
has a lot of sugar content in it because that'll probably contribute to burning. But yeah, you can spritz with just basic good old water,
Yeah.
to help, control flare ups and that type of thing. So that would be my thought
Mm.
on that. All right. Let's see. Next up, true or false?
Another one.
Fall off the
Oh,
bone is always the goal.
false. You are not even an advocate of fall off the bone. I actually love fall off the bone, but I know that that is not what you strive for. So I know false. Final answer.
Okay. Correctional officer agrees that the answer to this is false. And yeah, now again, yeah, you've heard me say a lot that the goal should not always be fall off the bone. And there's nothing wrong with fall off the
No, I
bone.
love it.
I just don't think that it should always be the goal,
Hmm.
So yeah, while tender meat is desirable, some meats like ribs should maintain some tug.
Yeah. See, I think I was an advocate because my dad always made ribs that were fall off the bone. And so I happen to like them. Plus, growing up, there was Tony Roma's and all these other places. And that's how they used to serve the meat. So, yeah.
Right. And correctional officer says competition barbecue probably requires fall off the bone.
I
Actually,
know it's the
that's not
opposite.
true.
It's the opposite.
Yeah, I in a past life I've been a
He's been a judge.
certified KCBS judge,
You should do it
and
again.
yeah, maybe
I think so.
the competition is coming back to our hometown here
It is.
later this month. It's a KCBS certified competition event. But yeah, no,
Hmm.
definitely in competition barbecue, fall off the bone is seen as a
Overcooked.
no. Yeah,
Yeah.
that the meat is considered to be overcooked
Hmm.
if it just falls off the bone. So it should definitely have a little bit of tug to it
Yep.
while being tender.
You definitely wouldn't win any awards that way.
All right, Peak 930, good to see you.
Yay.
Says false, need a good pull away bite. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it
It is
for
good. Huh?
sure. And correctional officer says, thanks for that correction. I was curious about this. Yep. And Peak 930 says pork ribs that fall off is not a rib anymore. That's pulled pork. Meh.
Yeah, I like that too, though.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's true.
All right, before we move on, let's take a pause for the cause. I do want to tell you all about a new online barbecue community that has been formed, that I have formed. It's called the Backyard SmokeMaster Society. And the intent is to give folks like us who love barbecue, who love talking about barbecue and sharing ideas about barbecue, giving us an online forum that is, it's similar to the Facebook experience, but it's not on Facebook. And it's a community just for us, just for you and me. We will have barbecue cooking challenges, monthly virtual meetups. Our first meetup is actually happening tomorrow, and it's kind of like a lead up to another virtual meetup that we're going to have on the 4th of July. So we're going to be doing these meetups every month. And the membership also includes monthly barbecue master classes. So let me ask you, Janine, how much do you spend on like a cup of coffee?
Oh, well. Okay, so it depends.
Okay, I'm just looking for a ballpark. I'm not looking for, just a ballpark.
An ordinary cup of coffee, like a drip, I tend to get like at McDonald's. So it just went up in price from $1 to like $1.50 or 60. So I could spend about $1.70 for a drip coffee.
Okay, how much this coffee you're holding in your hand, how much did that cost?
This is a special kind. This is actually a cappuccino.
How much?
It's called Havana cappuccino.
Okay, I don't want to turn this into a coffee podcast.
It's about $6.25.
So about $6.20.
And worth every penny of deliciousness.
So for much less than what you would pay for two cups of a gourmet coffee, you can join our online backyard community. So Backyard SmokeMaster Society. And if you're interested, just go to backyardsmokemaster.com/community to get more information. I'll put that on the bottom of the screen here in case you want to check us out. The doors do close on June 30th. So we're open for a little bit more than 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then we're closing the doors. But we would love to have you be a part of the community.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a few more comments. Let me see. Where were we? Where's the last one? Okay. Bruce says, the show is great and moves too fast. Awesome. All right. Well, that means that you're having a good time.
Well, we're having a good time.
Do appreciate that. I mean, for me personally, after the work week and everything, I do look forward, very much so to Friday evening.
Yeah.
Because I do, I love talking about barbecue and I love being able to get together with all of you. So I'm definitely having a great time. And it's a lot of fun when Janine is able to join as well. Because, she brings a lot of levity and natural humor and silliness.
Yeah, what can I say? I believe in laughing. We got to laugh.
Right. Okay, let's get to the next question.
Oh,
all right.
There's one more. How many more are there?
I think there's just a few more.
Okay.
Just a few more.
Oi.
Okay, true or false? The pink color in cooked meat is blood. Yeah, I know you're thinking long and hard about that one because I know if you see pink, especially like in in chicken, I think your natural reaction is that is undercooked and that is blood.
It's false.
All right, Janine is going blood.
I'm going false.
kind of stalling here to see if we have any thoughts in the comments. I think you guys are still thinking about that too. All right, let's see what we got. And the answer is false.
Woohoo!
Yeah, okay. And it's myoglobin, a protein that
good.
gives meat its color.
Good, thank God.
So especially like if you're doing chicken, you definitely don't want to rush to judgment. I think
Yeah.
if it's a deeper pink or
Like red.
almost reddish,
Yeah.
then maybe then you should
Yeah.
definitely have some concern.
Right.
But if it's a light pink, yeah, don't fret that does not mean that it's blood.
We have a comment.
Agent Black says, yeah, it depends on the meat. And then, this also gets to, why I always recommend
Thermometer.
that, everyone needs to have a meat thermometer, a thermometer with a probe that you can stick into the meat so that you can see, what temperature your food is internally.
That's right.
Because if you know that you're hitting certain temperatures internally, then you know that your food is safe and cooked. It's cooked to food safe temperatures. So definitely, if you don't already have like a good instant read meat thermometer, please get yourself one. Keep yourself safe as well as the folks that you were cooking for.
Don't you have a link or something to a couple of places that you
Well,
like?
I mean, you can go to Amazon and you can get a instant read thermometer for less than $20. Just about all of them now have digital readouts.
Pretty accurate, right?
They're pretty accurate, and they'll give you a temperature reading like within a second, a second or less.
That's good.
So definitely do that. All right.
All right, give me the last few.
Agent Black, yes. Welcome to the program. Don't be a stranger. Appreciate you. And come back. We're here every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, next up.
Still trying to trick me, huh? Oh, that is so true.
Barbecue is a global cuisine.
That is true. I actually watched a few shows about barbecuing around the world. So this is a hard true.
Hard true.
Yes, absolutely. International. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. This I think was an easy one. So,
Extra points.
United States, Argentina, South Africa, Korea, Japan, Mexico.
Everybody barbecues.
Jamaica, Brazil, Philippines, Mongolia, just all over the place. I mean, barbecue is universal, and they, just everyone has their own, spin on it.
Yeah.
But cooking over a live fire, is just historically, it's just. I mean, I don't know if it's the first form of cooking.
Well, I would imagine it would have to.
Gotta be. I'm kind of racking my brain to think if something can claim to have been around longer than barbecue, but definitely universal, I think. All right, now peak 9:30, off-topic question. The barbecue contest on the community, what does that entail? Curious, can be answered later. Just want to leave that here. Okay, so so he's talking about the in the Backyard SmokeMaster community. Yeah, one of the features is what I call BBQ Challenges. So it's not so much a contest, but it's more of a challenge. So every month or from time to time, I will pose a challenge for folks to take on, and to basically tackle it, and then show us pictures or describe it, or maybe shoot a short video. But just, it can be different things, it could be different things maybe that I'm thinking of. It could be something that, that you might think of. Like, for instance, a challenge could be, this month, take on cook a meat using like Brazilian barbecue influences.
Oh,
It could be that type of a challenge.
wow.
Or it could be something around a particular type of meat or what have you. So the challenges, they can run the gamut and they can
Mm-hmm.
really be, on just about anything, everything. Just to kind of inspire us all to
Okay.
try different things, new things. And it's the communal aspect about being in the society is where we can learn
Okay.
from each other, and I think that that helps us all, you know, learn
Grow. We're
faster,
gonna grow. Yeah.
grow, gain from each other's experiences. Both things that we saw that worked, as well as things that didn't work.
Yeah.
So it's really just amongst the spirit of having the community, and having the shared experiences, to help us all grow.
But I also think it could help us kind of fall back in love with certain things because I know sometimes you say things like, "Yeah, brisket is one of my favorites. I don't really care for ribs as much." But I think if we get some challenges going, you might fall back in love with some proteins that you kind of had. You feel like you've been there and done it a few times or a few hundred times.
Right. Right. And then and then the other thing I also want to point out is when we do have our monthly meetups. So that is actually an opportunity for everyone who can tune in live at that time. You can turn on your camera, turn on your mic.
That's nice.
You can watch, if you want from your living room or whatever, but you can also, if you'd like, because I'm going to be outside, that's my goal is to be outside cooking something while we do the monthly meetups. And then you, as a member, can also do the same. So we can
That's a
all
good
be
idea.
kind of doing like a virtual cookout at the same time and show each other, what we're cooking at that moment. And it can just be whatever you happen to be cooking. I think that is also another opportunity for us to share and have that community aspect. So Peak 930 says, definitely thinking about joining. The community aspect is fun and
Yeah.
informative with anything in life. So yeah, definitely give it some thought. Would love to have you come into the community.
Yeah.
It's brand new. The door is just opened in late May, so we're just getting things kicked off. And definitely for the folks that do come in, the early adopters, there are things in the community already, but I definitely want to get feedback
Yeah.
from the folks who are there, to let me know what additional things you would like to see as well, and that so that we can continue to evolve the community and make it, exactly what, hopefully exactly what everyone likes and enjoys. So yeah, definitely give it some thought. Would love to have you.
Yeah. If you give me my party budget, we can post that. You can do it live.
Oh, okay. The This is interesting. So the pig picking party a few years ago, Janine was all hesitant,
Oh yeah, I'm past
but
that.
now, she sees this as a chance to have this extravagant party, with invitations and, like way more than what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking
Absolutely.
throw a pig on the smoker,
Nope.
call up some people, have them come over, bring what they want to drink, and let's have a good time.
It's
But
gonna be that too.
she's got, much more extravagant, things in mind.
Yeah, we can wrap it maybe around your mother's birthday again. That'll be fun. You know it'll be fun, and she likes parties. Your mother will be on my side.
All right. Moving on. Okay, Bruce, correctional officer, says the community is full of enormous potential and will enhance your interest.
I think so
Yeah,
too.
thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that. All right. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Oh.
Pigonomical. Right.
Pigonomics.
Okay, this one can be
Oh.
controversial as
Oh.
well. So true or false?
Hmm.
You should
Oh,
always bring your meat to room temperature before cooking.
before cooking.
Right. So,
Hmm.
this could be that stage. Maybe you've just seasoned your meat, you're getting it ready to go onto the smoker. Should you leave it out to get up to room temperature while you get your smoker prepared and up to temperature? Is it better to have your meat at room
I
temperature?
I think so. I'm gonna say false because I feel like I see you take stuff out of the fridge. It's already been seasoned. It's been marinating, and I think you put it on the grill. So, or in the smoker. So I'm gonna say false.
Okay. Uh, all right. Correctional officer, he agrees with you. He says false.
Yeah.
And Peak 930 says false. Just needed to sweat a little,
Yes.
absorb the seasoning. Room temperature helps with the steak sear. Okay, so true and false, right? Well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Oh.
like I said, this one's a little bit of a trick
Oh.
question.
That's
So
wrong.
yeah, I'm saying so not necessarily. So it can be helpful for even cooking and other
Hmm.
situations, but it's not always necessary. Like I'm in the school that does believe that, especially if you're going for smoke flavor,
Mm-hmm.
smoke actually adheres better to cold food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think what Janine has seen me do is I'll, prep the meat
Yep.
and get it seasoned,
Yep.
and then I will usually put it back in the refrigerator while
Yep.
I'm getting my smoker up to temperature.
Yes.
But there is a school of thought that your food will cook, it'll cook faster and it'll cook more evenly, if you do bring it up to room temperature before you start. Um, but then I would also say use caution, especially if it's hot,
Yeah.
not to let your meat go way
Yeah.
past room temperature, because
Mm-mm.
then that can be harmful.
Right. You're gonna get some bacteria.
Yeah. So for
Yep.
me, I'm usually putting mine back in the refrigerator.
I think I deserve extra credit for this. So I'm going to count this as extra.
Okay. Well, I mean, I haven't been keeping a tally on how many you got
Well,
right
some of us have
or
been
how many
keeping
you got
tallies on what we
wrong.
got right
So
and wrong. We all deserve extra credit for this one. It was a trick.
okay. Okay. Well, let's see. I can't remember how. I think that might be the
That's the
last
last one?
one,
Oh,
or
no.
maybe this is
Oh,
the last
Lord.
one.
We're
Okay.
about to run out of time. All right.
Okay. Well, we've got all night if
You've got all night. I don't have all night.
Okay. All right. Janine doesn't have all night,
I
you
do
guys. So
not.
let's get to the next one.
All right. What do you
True or
got?
false? The best barbecue does not need fancy equipment.
That is true. That is true. You have proven to me time and again that you don't need to invest in fancy equipment to really produce stellar barbecue. So, yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's a saying. It's not the equipment, it's the pit master, I
Yeah.
think is the saying, or something like that. So, yeah. Amazing barbecue can be achieved with simple setups like a kettle or a homemade smoker.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So you don't have to have the biggest, baddest, most expensive, fancy, grill or smoker in order to produce good barbecue. Um, and Peak 930 says, true. Best is subjective, though. Yeah, yeah. What is considered to be the best equipment is definitely subjective.
Sure.
He just says adequate equipment is recommended.
Yeah.
Right. If you have adequate equipment, whatever you have, whatever type of equipment you have, I mean, the key is to learn it.
Not a grill though.
What do you mean?
Not a grill. You said don't get the grills. Don't go to Home Depot and come home with the grill.
You mean the gas grill?
Oh, absolutely, a gas grill.
Yeah, the gas. Well, yeah, leave the gas grill in the store.
Right.
But anything else, I mean, cook with wood. That's so for me, that's the minimum definition is cook with wood. And that can be pellets. Remember, charcoal is made from wood. Lump charcoal, briquettes. They're both, they're made from wood. And then obviously you can get like an offset smoker with wood splits.
Yes.
So yeah. And correctional officer says, but I'm still going to have my Kamado Big Joe and Assassin 72 added to my arsenal this summer. So yeah, Bruce has goals and he's got his visions. So no, absolutely. I wholeheartedly, encourage you to get your, add to your arsenal. I've got a ton of grills and smokers in my backyard.
Yes, he
so
does.
I love to get the new shiny new toys and everything. But I also, and just like what we see here in the picture, also have kind of fallen back in love with cooking with my Weber kettle because I've done a few comparison videos on the for the YouTube side of the channel, comparing like the Weber kettle to the PK 360.
Yep.
And definitely, like, the kettle has a place.
Yes, it does.
And I still say if you're starting off, you're brand new, you think you want to get into barbecue, but you don't want to spend too much, you can get a Weber kettle for about $150, and you can do absolutely anything and everything. Hot and fast, low and slow. Ton of accessories available for it. Even if you don't have accessories, you can set it up in different ways for low and slow, hot and fast. The kettle is super versatile. So yeah, it's just learning how to use it. And, if you do take the time, really cook on it. And I'm not talking about just cooking on it on the holidays. I mean, really, cook on it on a regular basis. You'll learn it, learn the ins and outs, pay attention to what happens, to how it reacts, and you'll get better.
Yeah.
You'll absolutely get better. All right. Correctional officer says, Father's Day is right around the corner. Any possible grills?
Uh-oh.
No, I don't. I mean, unless I get surprised. But no, I don't have any plans to get any new grills. Always looking at different accessories and things. One accessory. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. I can never remember the names of things on the spot. But the PK 360. I've gotten some comments to some videos that have featured my PK 360, and there is an accessory, an accessory that basically turns the PK 360 into a smoker.
Oh.
So it basically has, the accessory is a, what's the word? Oh my God, I can't think of the right word. It starts with a D. What is the word? It's like in the Kamado Joe, the Weber Summit Kamado, they have it. It's the metal plate that you put down that kind of separates diffuser plate. It's a diffuser plate in the accessory for the PK 360. It basically gives more,
diffuser plate.
more separation between the hot coals and the cooking surface. So yeah, the diffuser plate. So there's an accessory that's been getting some attention. I don't have that name in front of me, but that might be something that I would look into is an accessory along those lines. Just trying to see if I can.
Oh, we have another comment.
Look it up. Okay. Of course you guys are great. Yeah. Peak 930 is all over it. It's the game changer. That's it. I've been hearing a lot about the game changer. Um, yeah, so
Oh,
that, accessories along those lines, would be things that I might think about, for Father's Day, especially if I see like a good deal,
yeah.
because
I
I,
think you're
I
kind
love a
of,
good deal.
you're always looking for a deal, which thrills me.
Okay, now here's one I haven't heard about. The correctional officer says, has anyone checked out the Huntsman? It's like a Kamado. Huh, now see,
Mm-mm.
I am not familiar with that one. Oh, okay. And there was one more. I guess there was another
I
question.
think we've answered enough
You're
questions.
done.
I'm
You
done. You have a
tapped out.
question there. I'm tapping out. Here it is. Tapping out.
Basting is essential for moist barbecue.
I'm tapping out.
False. So basting can add flavor, but may not significantly improve moisture. Let me check here.
Wow. How many did you load in
I
there?
wanted to make sure, but I do want to get back to the Huntsman
Okay.
before we get out of here. But
All
let me
right.
let me go through these pretty quickly.
Are
Okay,
there
so
more?
grilling and barbecuing are the same thing.
Yeah, we know that's not true.
I think you
Yeah.
know the answer to that.
Look, it went away. There's no more. Oh, wait. Maybe there.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, grilling is done over high heat, while barbecuing involves low and slow cooking with smoke. And I think we talked about this earlier. So just
Mm-hmm.
in case, you're at a party and you need, a barbecue related, trivia question, yeah, grilling and barbecuing are not the same thing. And I think this is there might be another one after this. Okay. You should only use a thermometer at the end of
Yeah, that's
cooking.
false.
Yeah, we already talked about this. You definitely want to be monitoring the temperature throughout the cook. The cook will help you achieve better results.
That's right.
Okay. And I
We
think
know
this
that's
was the
false.
last one.
All right.
Barbecue is just for the summer.
We know that's false.
And we know that's false. Barbecue can be enjoyed year round, 365 days a year.
Oh, on that note.
Okay, so we got a question here about what's the game changer attachment?
Mm-hmm.
So we did, I tried to describe it. So let me see if I
Can you look it up?
if I can look it up. And then this is just another reminder about the Backyard SmokeMaster Society. Sign up. Doors are open for another 22 days. Okay, let's see. Game changer for PK 360.
Oh. Oh, that's cool looking.
Yeah, so basically, it looks like it's sold out currently.
Uh-oh.
But it's a diffuser is basically what it is. It's like a
Ooh, look at that.
let me see if I can. Yeah, so basically I think what it does is it basically provides like heat deflection. I think this is a better view. So it's gonna go underneath the grill grate and it's gonna provide heat deflection, to kind of keep all of that intense heat from rising up to your cooking surface. I think
Okay.
it'll probably radiate the heat. But so I think this attachment or accessory will make it much easier to cook at low and slow
Ooh,
temperatures,
that looks good.
inside of your PK. It looks like it's probably available not just for the PK 360, but for other PK grills
Okay.
as well.
I wonder how much it costs. I know you can't see that, but I'm kind of curious. Maybe next time.
Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing
The price. Maybe because it's sold out that they took it
price,
down. Yeah.
but Hey, maybe I should
Interior? Yeah.
put my name on here so I can be notified when
Yeah.
it's
That's a good idea.
back in.
Then you can bring it to the community.
And then, folks are always forward thinking, right? So peak 930 says you probably just sold a few game changers. Well, they're sold out.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe hopefully they'll get word that we're talking about them here.
Absolutely.
And then yeah, PK, where are you at? we would love to have a sponsorship.
We sure would. Much as we love your products.
Okay, now I also wanted to look at correctional officer mentioned, where is it?
His huntsman.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, it was called a huntsman.
Huntsman. I think he said it's similar, if I can spell and talk. Huntsman.
Grill?
Let's see what that gives us.
Yeah. Oh.
Huntsman pre-order. Okay, so this is from Spider Grill.
Uh-huh.
And I know Spider Grill has a popular, interesting accessory that works with Weber kettles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Huntsman Kettle Kamado.
Nice.
The ultimate charcoal grill for professional grilling enthusiasts, made with 5mm carbon steel walls.
Ooh.
This grill is built to last a lifetime. So enjoy high heat searing or low and slow cooking.
It's pretty.
With premium Spider Grill grates. And pre-order now for August 2024 shipment.
Ooh, how much?
And they say well, there's some part of it says will ship in October.
Uh-oh.
So definitely some more.
Oh, that's reasonable price for
Wow, okay. Yeah,
I thought it was going to be like a,
$750.
I thought it was going to be closer to like, $2,000.
Yeah, it makes me wonder about the size.
Doesn't look huge.
Yeah, I wonder if the cooking area, I wonder if it's compatible with like the Kamado Joe, the smaller.
Yeah, it doesn't look
like
huge.
the classic Joe.
But
that's interesting.
I like it. Oh, surface area doesn't look that big though. At least not in that photo.
Yeah.
Maybe more research.
Yeah, I was trying to see if there was an easy place to see specs.
Uh-huh.
But
and maybe info. FAQs.
FAQ.
Nah.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess that would be my first question about it is whether or not, the surface area
is big enough.
Is comparable.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Yeah, that would be my question, because I'm like you, I'm a little bit surprised at the cost.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit more expensive than that.
Me too. So that makes me pleasantly surprised. I guess you could say that.
Okay, so here we got a comment.
22.
Is it Bad Mari? I hope I'm saying that right. He says it's a 22, so it's like a 22-inch. So that would make it I think compatible or comparable in size to the classic Kamado Joe.
Okay.
And he says it's compatible with Weber accessories. So yeah, okay. So that's like the 22-inch Weber kettle.
Right.
So compatible with those accessories. So that would be a big plus.
Yeah, it would be.
Because there's probably more kettle accessories, Weber kettle accessories, I think, than probably anything else on the market. So
and easily available too. Like,
yeah,
there's a lot.
Now I'm wondering, is the Kamado Joe, it's either 22 or 24. I know the Summit Kamado is 24. So maybe it might be a little bit smaller than the classic Kamado gel. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Okay.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, I do appreciate, everyone who took a moment to spend
Absolutely.
some time with us today and chimed in with comments. So thank you to Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Also, thank you to Bruce,
Yep.
correctional officer. Thanks to we had Peak 930.
Right.
Uh,
Get a lot of comments.
yeah, we had a lot of comments. Just trying to
Get through all of them.
get through and see. I'm probably
And
missing
Mari,
a
Bad
few.
Mari.
Bad Mari
Yeah.
also as well.
Yeah.
So thank you all for chiming in with your comments, with your questions. Again, your feedback, your interaction is always the engine that drives the show. So definitely do appreciate that. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks again for tuning in to the Backyard SmokeMaster Barbecue podcast.
Yeah.
Please tune in. We'll be back next week, next Friday, same time, same channel, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So thanks again. For Janine, I'm Kenyatta Robinson. Take care. Have a great weekend. Get out there, enjoy your grills and smokers, and we will see you very soon. Take care, everyone.